But before we begin the day, let's take a few moments to check in with ourselves. So, as we settle in, I'm going to request all of us to take a moment of pause for ourselves. Pause wherever you are, whatever you're doing, sitting, standing, pause, whatever you're doing, just for the next few moments. As you pause today, you can gently close your eyes or look down on the floor. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out, and as you breathe out, let your body settle in. Drop the shoulders, unclench the jaw. Find a moment of pause for yourself and start to imagine a place that feels safe for you. It can be a room, it can be a garden, your house, a dance studio, the football field, any place that makes you feel safe, relaxed, and calm. A place that offers comfort. Now that you've found this place, go ahead and zoom into what's in this place. Starting with all the colors you see in this space, the shapes, the objects you see. Is this space big or small? Take a deep breath to see what you can smell in this space. What does this place smell of? What's the temperature like? How do you feel when you're here? Who is with you in this space? Perhaps your family, your friends. Who would you like to invite in your safe space today? Who is your safe community? Stay in this place for a few moments today and notice how your body feels. Notice your heartbeat, your shoulders, your breath. Your posture. And very gently tell yourself, I am safe. I am safe. Slowly now, come back to the sounds and the smell of the here and now. Gently allow yourself to stretch, perhaps yawn, change your posture, and slowly open your eyes. As you open your eyes, look around you. Look at each other and look at the community that you've built. Perhaps make eye contact with someone and say hi. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I think when Akansha was talking out safe space, and I'm glad Neha's not around, Neha's my better half, that I only saw my dogs and my books in my room. So thank you, Akansha, for that. Wow, it's 800 odd plus of us. Let's do a quick reflective exercise. When we heard that in the middle of assessment cycle, Anju ma'am has decided that she'll not change the date 21st September as a common professional development, what were our first thoughts? Let me look at senior school. Sandeep sir, I can see you there. Saurabh, I can see you there. So your thoughts are, oh my God, not again in the middle of exams, right? And then I think Meenu ma'am and team, middle school team, can we not defer it by 2 weeks? We have assessments to evaluate. We have PTM coming up, right? And Reena and Vandana looking at me. There's so much work to do. End of term reporting is not easy task. Right, Preeti? Preeti is continuously saying this. Preeti, you're in trouble when Anju ma'am comes back. For sure. This is being live, by the way. And I think Noida team also felt, I don't know who's betrayed you, but I got an information Noida team's biggest fear was, what if it rains on the way back? Right? So somebody's betrayed you. So, why CPD, why coming together? For that, let's just do a simple exercise. Look to your left. Look to your right. Look back, but don't sprain your neck. Look back, but don't sprain your neck. Look in the front. Whom do you see? I see Preeti, I see Neeraj, I see Colonel Selutra, I see Colonel Sandeep, I see Manjima, Debrina. Whom do you see next to you? Right? You see someone, but who's that someone? You know what do I see? You know what do I see? Any guesses? I see Shiv Nadar School. I'm Shiv Nadar School, you Shiv Nadar School, and together we are? Together we are? Didn't hear it? Together we are? That's right. Right? So when we come together, which Anju ma'am makes sure that we do, at least 3 times in a year for sure, what happens? The doubts, the dilemmas, the disagreements melt. And what comes out is bonhomie, camaraderie, and the potpourri of ideas which we take back to our learners and do that. And unless we comes together, the idea of advancing this vision which we've set out to achieve, which is building the human capital of the world, to make this world a better place, will not come alive. So thank you, Colonel Gopal. Thank you. Aarti's not here. Priya, Anju ma'am, Monica ma'am, they're all out right now, but we're going to miss them. Payal ma'am here. Payal ma'am, sorry. And my dear friend Anil Srinivasan is going to be keynote speaker. There's a secret. He sang happy birthday on my 48th birthday at home. So thank you, Anil, for being here. I'm presently reading a book called Game Changers. We talked about it in the morning. It's done by 2 Australian educators, and they're called Futurist. And I thought I was given about 3 to 5 minutes, but we are teachers. What do we do? We're teachers. What do we do? We talk more than 5 minutes. So I've just about put in about 20 slides with 75 words each on a slide. It will take about 23 odd minutes. And Anil has promised me that he'll give me half an hour from his talk. So let's just look at that, and then we'll come together for a bit of reflection saying what does this mean for us. So Falguni, can we put the slide deck together? May I invite someone to read it for all of us as an affirmation? May I invite anyone from here to read it for all of us? One person? There are 19 more slides. Manjama's going to do that for us. Can we give mic to Manjama, ma'am?
Do you want everyone to repeat?
Any?
Would you like to repeat? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it, and anyone who wants to read it with me, please join. Okay? It's nicer if it's one voice. What we have learned from our game changers is that we as have the capacity and even the to or not happen in schools. It all depends on our. If we sit with each other and gnaw away at our individual and collective sense of worry and feed the apprehension of fear, we can and will. On the other hand, if we are bold with our and generous with our, and if we are inclined towards the, we can and will continue to change the game of school. Over to you.
Thank you so much. So with that thought, I wish you all a happy learning day. May your day be filled with bold hope. May it be full of gratitude. And let's make this learning and meaningful experience a day to remember. Thank you. May I now invite Reena and Preeti to come on the stage to take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Sami sir. That was really reflective and set the right tone for learning that we have all collected here today. So good morning, everyone, once again, and welcome to our second face-to-face CPD day. Well, from here, the energy is absolutely incredible, and seeing all of you gathered here is a testament that to our amazing collective spirit that we share. Today, apart from the structured professional development sessions that are lined up, I'm sure today will also offer plenty of unstructured moments where we can learn from each other, connect, and share insights across our 3 campuses. Today promises to be an inspiring day with a wonderful keynote speaker, 2 fantastic external facilitators, Ms. Semi Srivastav and Ms. Sai Bhavya Prabhu, and the exciting My Choice, My Voice session led by our fantastic art team across all 3 campuses. Let's give a big round of applause for the art team here. The CPD think tank has worked tirelessly to ensure that today's sessions are unique, enriching, and impactful. But before we dive in, I'd like to share that our CPT director, Ms. Anju Wal, sends her best wishes all the way from New York. Though she can't be with us today, she's representing Shiv Nadar School at the 8th NYC Green School Conference at Cornell University. She's been the guiding light behind all the CPT initiatives, and I'm sure she's somewhere watching us on the live streaming. So hi, Anju ma'am. Okay, as we gather here today, let's also reflect on the incredible training sessions we have had this past term, each contributing to our collective mission of growing as educators and positively impacting student outcomes. We continue to grow as educators, positively impacting student outcomes, and it echoes the culture of lifelong learning that is at the heart of our institution. I invite Reena ma'am to light a spotlight on the incredible trainings that we've had in the past term. Over to you, Reena ma'am.
Thank you, Preeti. Once again, a very good morning. The first training module of this session was led by Ms. Ruchi Sanger on 16th April at Shiv Nadar School, Faridabad, on creating quality assessment. This session focused on creating structured assessments and mapping questions to cognitive levels. 12 teachers participated from all 3 campuses. Educators benefited from the session as it helped gain clarity on aligning the assessments to learning objective, fostering deeper learning and critical thinking in students. The second training module was on language, on descriptive and narrative writing, organized by Learning Matters on 18th May at Green Park. This workshop was attended by 9 educators. It enhanced their skills in teaching creative writing by focusing on effective methods for crafting descriptive and narrative pieces, helping students develop strong writing techniques. A session on open book exams was held by Professor Vignesh from IIT Delhi on 27th May at Shiv Nadar School, Faridabad. This session was attended by 56 participants. Teachers gained insight into the implementation of open book exams, allowing for more application-based learning environment and encouraging higher order thinking skills among students. Over to you, Preeti.
Yes, and we're still in May. So in May, another training happened that was neurocognitive approach to reading and writing by Dr. Andrew Johnson. Dr. Andrew Johnson is a professor of literacy instruction at Minnesota State University, Mankato. And 126 participants attended this online session, and it offered fantastic scientific blended approach to literacy, deepening our understanding of how children learn to read and write. Please change. Then on the last CPD day, on the 30th of May, we had Ms. Vasanti Gupta, who is a French language expert with over 35 years of experience. She conducted a session on pedagogical approaches to teaching foreign languages. 22 educators explored modern techniques and creative strategies for fostering language acquisition, especially foreign language acquisition. Then in June, when we were all on our summer holidays, 9 of our educators attended a residential 5-day Middle Leaders program at the Geo Institute. The program was in collaboration with Educational Collaborative for International Schools, and this was mainly about leadership skills to drive school initiatives. Then we had a series of workshops by Ms. Deanne Blackburn. Ms. Deanne Blackburn is an educational consultant and an IBEN workshop leader. She energized 210 educators and leaders across all 3 campuses and shared her insights on UDL, change management, aligning school practices to school principles and visions, student agency, and also providing constructive feedback. Then again, last month, in August, we had a session by Ms. Usha Pandit, who is an accomplished author and an academic consultant with over 30 years of experience. She led a session called Spelling with Ease. It was an online workshop, and 8 teachers benefited from her systemic and engaging strategies to enhance literacy instructions. Again, in the last month, we had 12 of our math educators embarked on a journey of around 6 months of online course. The course is called Mathtastic Teaching, Strengthening Expertise in Pedagogy. It is a truly fantastic initiative by the organization called GenWise, and the sessions are led by 2 experts, Jayashree Subramaniam and Soumya Arunajatison. And this course focuses on deepening conceptual understanding, addressing student difficulties, especially in math, and adopting effective strategies and integrating AI tools to improve student outcomes. And we're still in August, Reena ma'am.
So, History of Peace, conducted by Siegel Foundation in Kolkata in August 2024. This workshop was attended by 8 educators. It focused on teaching peace history and its relevance in modern education, encouraging teachers to bring perspective, peaceful conflict resolution and critical discussions in their classrooms. The certificate program in instructional leadership offered by I Am a Teacher from October to August 2024, from August to October 2024 is a transformative initiative designed for educators aiming to enhance their leadership capabilities. With 7 dedicated participants, this online program provides in-depth training in guiding teaching teams, fostering collaboration, and implementing instructional improvements in school. The Designing a Modern School Ecosystem workshop was organized by Chapters International. It was an enriching experience for our 3 participating educators. This online session delved into the essential elements required to build future-ready schools. Focusing on innovative practices and technology integration, the program enabled educators to design learning environments to foster creativity, collaboration, and digital literacy, the much needed demands of 21st century. These were some of the training modules offered to educators during this period from April to August. The CPD team continues its commitment to bringing in more interesting, exciting, and challenging training modules going forward. And we take this opportunity, and on behalf of Director CPD, Anju ma'am, and all the CPD members from different campuses, to extend a very heartfelt gratitude and thank you all for being so excited always for the CPD sessions. Thank you, everybody. May we now invite Ms. Debalina, Vice Principal, Shiv Nadar School, Faridabad, to take the proceeding forward. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Reena and Preeti. Wow, that's a big group of people traveling from all parts of NCR and gathered here in our Gurgaon campus today. Very good morning, Shiv Nadar School. We are honored to welcome Kalaimamani Anil Srinivasan to Shiv Nadar School today. 4 years ago, in an online celebration of Teachers' Day, Dr. Srinivasan had shared some invaluable insights on how he integrates music and math in teaching. Many of us had our aha moments then, because his approach resonated deeply with Shiv Nadar School's belief in the power of art-integrated learning. And what a day to have Dr. Srinivasan with us today, when all our 26 breakout sessions are going to be led by the arts teams across the 3 campuses. So we are very fortunate to have you with us today. For the last few years, we have been following Dr. Srinivasan's inspiring journey, eager to bring his unique blend of music and education to our community. As you can see, a keyboard graces our stage, a symbol of the musical magic he brings and the connection we cherish with him. Dr. Srinivasan is not only one of India's most distinguished musicians, but also a visionary educator. A classically trained pianist in both Carnatic and Western traditions, he is an acclaimed performer and composer and a leader of art integration in education. Holding an MPhil from Columbia University, he founded Rhapsody in 2013, a groundbreaking initiative that has impacted over 477 schools across South India by merging arts with the curriculum. His efforts were recognized globally when Rhapsody was ranked number 1 in innovation in learning by the Wharton QS Reimagine Education Awards. In 2022, he launched CREW, connecting middle and high school students with top minds in higher education, reaching out to over 3 lakh students in just 18 months. Dr. Srinivasan's contribution to music and education have earned him numerous accolades, including the Ustad Bismillah Khan Yuva Puraskar and the prestigious Kalaimamani, which is a civilian award given by the state of Tamil Nadu for recognition of artists. An Aspen global leader and passionate philanthropist, he is dedicated to community initiatives and social responsibility. Currently a distinguished visiting professor at Kriya University, Dr. Srinivasan continues to innovate in music education, developing unique projects that blend art and science to cultivate essential 21st century skills in children. On behalf of our CEO, Colonel Gopal Karunakaran, our Director of Continuous Professional Development, Ms. Anju Wal, who is not here today, but she may be watching us as we live stream the show, the event, and the entire CPD think tank and the entire Shiv Nadar school community. We welcome you, Dr. Srinivasan, a change maker in education, an educationist, a writer, and a voice for the community. We warmly welcome you, Dr. Srinivasan. Please come.
Good morning. See, I know light bounces off my head. So for sure, especially my friends in the back can see me very well. Am I right? Otherwise, I'll keep doing my head like this and light will keep shining at you. Okay, so Shiv Nadar is a very special association, not least because Mr. Shiv Nadar himself is from Tamil Nadu. Shiv Nadar is a very special association because many of the front row people are friends. Samir is a very, very dear friend. Don't keep that against me. But let me start by doing something I'm very fond of doing. If you've been in one of my sessions where you've already done it, please remember what I've asked you to do and don't give it to your neighbor, okay? Everybody rub your hands like this, please. I can see you, people who are not doing. Hands apart. I'm going to count to 3. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. When I say 3, you clap. Okay? 1, 2. मैंने बोला नहीं ना? That's like it. Okay? This is the level of noise you can actually create. Okay? Let's do it again. I have to keep standing at the light. Reflecting, reflecting, reflecting. Rub your hands again. This time, up. Left. Oh my God, these are Gurgaon people. I'm saying left and they're going right. Okay. Right. Front. Hands apart. 1, 2, 3. Now remember this, okay? You're going to come back to this. Now everybody is awake. Quick question. I need to ask Colonel Gopal, आप चेन्नई से एक आदमी को बुला के इतने सारे टीचर्स को इकट्ठा करके बदतमीज बदतमीज बोलने वाले हैं. So now teachers, especially those of you who are thinking this is going to be one more boring session, now it's not going to be boring. Especially, I dedicate this session to those of us who more than anything else in the world love our phones. The first thing I do in the morning, I don't look at my spouse, definitely not. I don't think of my children, sometimes not. But I will look at my phone. Because that WhatsApp forward, which is about the Ambani wedding, is very important for me. Because it allows me to center myself on Aurangzeb's diamond that she was wearing at the wedding. And by looking at Aurangzeb's diamond that she wore at the wedding, I learnt about history, I learnt about jewelry design, and I also learnt about art integration. Now come on. Alright, so some quick questions. Apparently they give you chocolates if you answer questions right. I know this because I traveled in the elevator with the chocolates. I think the chocolates are being kept for some other quizzes, but you can still use them. Quick question. Ready? See, if you're going to sing it, dil se gao. Everything does not have to be about copying what everybody else is doing. I'm noticing this, by the way, teachers. I know many of you got up very early in the morning. You know, Payal ma'am was telling me some people got into a bus early in the morning from Faridabad, from wherever that you came from. I have no sympathy because I came from Chennai. Number one. Number two, it took me less time to come from Chennai than coming from Faridabad. Okay, so if आप अगर गाने वाले हैं तो दिल से गाओ, because otherwise I don't know whether you're listening or not. All these very interesting people who sit on the steps now in the side, very interesting people. I'll tell you why they are interesting, because it gives them a certain side perspective to things. Meaning, they can pretend to be listening, but secretly look at Aurangzeb diamond. Now, that's why I need to have everybody singing. So, I'll play a line, you repeat, this is not as inspiring as Sameer's repeat pledge, okay? But you can sing back to me. Don't worry, if you sing badly, these are the good places to sing because nobody will hear you individually anyway. I have to say, Shiv Nadar, the gentlemen in the audience sing the most beautifully. Because without even moving their lips, they're singing. Okay. So, aapki nazar, so tell me, anybody remembers which film this was from? Unpad. Very well done. Well done. You deserve chocolate cake. How appropriate that the first example I'm using today as part of a keynote for a CPD is unpad. Battamis, now unpad. Can you see where this talk is going? Now, there's a reason I'm using these examples. Okay, so let's look at the next one. मजा तो आ रहा है ना? अरे पीछे वाले दोस्तों ये हुई ना बात. Okay, so I know some people are looking at me suspiciously saying South Indian guy from Chennai, why is he speaking in Hindi? National integration. Okay. All right, so the reason I played these two examples, okay, there's a trend that's happening now. I'll play the last one. I don't want to sing these lyrics in front of Colonel Gopal first thing in the morning. Army person and all. Bed sheet smelling of people and things like that. Teacher training. Focus, focus. Okay. The reason I played these three examples, teachers, is that Aapki Nazron, almost 60 years old. Everybody remembers the song, it's Lata Mangeshkar, and the music composer was Madan Mohan. There were about 120 to 130 musicians who recorded on this. So it was a live orchestra. In those days, you needed the whole orchestra, right? So the studio floor would be the size of this place. You have 120 people sitting there and one Lata Mangeshkar in a booth singing. And just to get one line right, the expression, he had Lataji sing that line again. That line was, Kyo main tufan se daru. Okay, mera sahil aap hai. That particular line, because he wanted a certain vulnerability to come into the voice, Madan Mohan made Lataji sing it God knows how many times, 30, 40 times. But each time the orchestra had to play it over and over again. Right? There's no other way to do it. We're talking 60 years ago. I played Gazab Ka Hai Din. By the time it came to Gazab Ka Hai Din, we'd gotten into what is known as punch recording, meaning the musician can come and punch in their stuff and go away. The singer can come on a different day and sing their thing. You don't have to do this live anymore. By the time we've come to Shape of You, it's two people who are involved in Shape of You, Ed Sheeran and a computer. That's it. Are you seeing something in this? Right? It's become so easy today. You know, all these people on Instagram, by the way, Instagram's become this very interesting place. Mothers and sons are dancing. Grandmothers and mothers are dancing. Everybody is doing all kinds of stuff. Toba, 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 toba. And everybody is dancing to this. Dogs are dancing along with wearing skirts and dancing to Toba, toba. Teachers are dancing during school hours, very suspicious. And being asked to justify this thing, sir, art integration kar rahe hain. Very interesting place, but the reason I'm saying this is, teachers, we have to wake up, because technology is not only become a pervasive part of our life, but it's very, very, very insidiously, insidious ka matlab, it's changing it without us even knowing in an evil way. It's changing the way we interact. It's changing what's happening between each other, but it's also changing the classroom, right? Now, what does this mean? I'm going to use my slides, because if I don't use slides, you won't believe I have a PhD. My slides on this, and I need a clicker, right? No, it happens, right? People think I'm a stand-up comic. Okay. Yeah, so this is something that we've read about the Stone Age, the Iron Age. I call this the Creative Age. And the reason I call it the Creative Age is because with so much of technology prevalent in our lives, what are schools here for? Remember that beautiful time called pandemic? When we will all have very nice clothes, waist up. And on the days we were too tired to iron, we'll say, हाँ bandwidth थोड़ा तो कमजोर है ना, इसलिए मैंने वीडियो को ऑफ की. Remember? So I teach at university. We had the same issues, even worse, because students were showing up in chaddis. You had the different problem because mummies and daddies were showing up in chaddis. But that was the time when everybody said, oh, the future of education is online. Everything is now going to shift to all the schools have become redundant. And all of these kinds of things are all rubbish, as we know, right? Schools are never going to become redundant, let me tell you that, okay? Somebody was teaching, I was at a conference in Europe just a month ago, and somebody was talking about teacherless classrooms, like driverless cars. I had only one response to that. Ha ha ha. Seriously, there's no such thing. I have to point it here. Expelliarmus, and it will change. कैसे बदलेगा? ये वाला? अच्छा, लेकिन ये बदल नहीं रहा है ना? Okay, all right. Okay, so can you change to the next slide, please? Yeah, so I mean, it says I'm a co-founder of Crew. We'll talk about Crew later. We ran a survey once the pandemic was over, and we ran this in Tamil Nadu in government schools. We asked children, why do you go to school? Right? Because we know the most beautiful sound in the world, other than the third whistle of the pressure cooker, is that sound when all the children came running back to school the moment pandemic unlock happened. You remember that? What a beautiful sound that was, right? And I remember standing outside my nephew's school, and children were not just walking into school, they were just running and stampeding back into school. Enforced lockdown, schools will become popular one more time, right? We ran a survey and we asked children, why do you want to go to school? This was done in Tamil, and then we've had it translated, because this we did with government school children. And we have to remember that there is the other India, right? The other India, which is also, benefiting from education in multiple ways. And some of the words they came up with is what I wanted to focus on today. So of course, we go to school to learn. These are all children. We go to school to interact, socialize. Sorry, now it's becoming, okay. Create, co-create, right? Invent, ideate, interpret, make friends, collaborate, play, run. And you realize that 99% of school-going children between the age of 8 to 14 live in real estate in India that does not allow them to run, right? Which is why they're running on the road, right? Build. Oh, this is keeping on changing. I didn't do anything, I promise. Okay, build, bring forth, laugh. I spent a lot of time on laugh. So in one of the southern districts, very close to Shiv's birthplace actually, which is why it's very appropriate to share this with you. Girls are not allowed to laugh. So girls in that particular community are brought up with this thing that you don't express, you don't speak, if you laugh in public, it means you're attracting attention onto yourself. This is a very, very important thing we need to be aware of, right? The differences that are happening between genders, in between genders, and what's happening in classrooms today, right? What is a laugh interpreted as, right? I did not think at this level, right? For me, a child laughing is a child laughing. I don't think this deeply, right? Level. Because I'm wearing uniform and I'm in the same school, nobody knows which caste, which community I'm coming from. Huge problem, right? There are still, you all know this better than me, there are communities in India where they're still not allowed to wear slippers if upper caste people are in front of them. And we're telling children you have to wear socks and shoes to school, right? All kinds of things are going on in this country which we are not aware of, right? Some we are aware of, we can do nothing about it. Include, fight, win, lose, cry, like laugh, win and lose, share, solve, cure. And that last word completely had me in tears. Imagine children saying that I'm getting love in school. Because I'm growing up in such harsh, violent environments that school has become the place where I experience love. Love from my friends, but very importantly, love from my teachers. Right? Teachers, let me tell you something very important. If you do not have love for what you do, it's going to be very difficult to make a difference. But in order to love what you do, you have to start with a very, very important journey called loving yourself. Do you know how hard that is? Right? We think it's children, but just focus on these words. I'll just leave it on for another 15 more seconds. You just see what these words mean, how much school is actually enabling, and which is why schools are never going out of style, right? They'll never be teacherless classrooms. But this is what we are trying to do, right? We're actually helping build humanity back. And that is why your role is super important. That is why you need to learn to love yourself first, right? वो हवाई जहाज में बोलते हैं ना, first wear the oxygen mask on yourself before you put it on the person next to you. Same thing, you have to love yourself. Think through these words and see how much school is enabling this for you. And you'll know the answer. Okay, can I have the next slide? Okay. Please don't think naughty thoughts. Unfortunately, कल तो है. Exams भी आ रहे हैं. Okay, these numbers are important because the first 69 are the total number of professions that are going to be relevant to a 12th grade student coming out in the year 2030, which have not been invented yet. Huh? How do people know how to count something that has not been invented yet? They have made predictions. 69 new job profiles are going to exist in the world in 2030. This is the World Economic Forum report. I didn't make this up. Okay. 2030 mein, there are going to be 69 new professions that are coming into vogue, which haven't been invented yet, for which we are being expected to train as teachers. So unless somebody tells me what they are, how will I know? Right? But what does it mean? It means that, as I said, technology is here to stay. We need to keep on continuously professionally developing. There's no choice, right? You need to be investing a lot more in yourself, not just in CPT programs that school is giving. Please keep looking through whatever you can to understand what you can about AI. Please understand what's happening with the world in terms of technology. Lots of free courses available. You need to keep on upskilling yourself. There's no other way to. School cannot solve all the problems. You're going to have to solve it, which is why love yourself, please, right? 96 million new teachers are going to be required by the year 2030, which means all of us will still have a job. So with all this AI, ChatGPT, by the way, this is wonderful. Delhi has, I counted, Delhi has at least 6 different chat places called ChatGPT. I love it. The best part is my Uber driver is saying, "Oh, hai sir, Chat Gupt." Does anybody know the expansion of GPT? What is GPT? Don't Google. What is GPT? Generative predictive text. Okay? Please know that that's what GPT stands for. Okay? It's not Chat Gupt. Okay? But I like ChatGPT for 2 reasons. One is because it's so cool and everybody is on ChatGPT today. All my students are on ChatGPT and writing out their essays on, Copilot. Little do they know that we have therefore installed the software that can catch them at it, right? But ChatGPT makes up things about us. So for example, I asked ChatGPT this morning who I am. I said, who is Anil Srinivasan? I love what ChatGPT is saying about me. So many things it has said about me I haven't done yet. Right? It is remarkably right on certain things, but yes, things are progressing. So 69 new professions, 96 million new teachers. The last 2 I put for fun. 69 is also the total number of education technology companies that were founded in India in the year 23-24 to solve for incredible 21st century challenges that schools are facing. Right? So I know you all just finished Centa. I won't talk about it. But 69 new companies have been created, right? 96 is the total number of education technology companies that closed in the year 23-24. Meaning, we are not anywhere close to answering some of the fundamental questions. So, it's not that help will come from outside, we'll have to look for help from within. That is the reason I put it. If you were thinking other thoughts by looking at the number 69, that's shame on you. Let's go on to the next one. What is the next one? Yes, now you know I have a PhD. Because Latin names are there. Okay? Okay. Music. Thank you. मेरा तो जून में है. Okay. Happy birthday. So we've been going through lots of interesting examples. Gazab Ka Hai Din is from which movie? Okay. Badtameez Dil actor is? Very good. The singer for Aapki Nazron is? Excellent. So who composed Happy Birthday? You know why I'm smiling? Because at least 6 people who are sitting on the side benches who are looking at phone, they suddenly looked up. ये phone को छोड़ दो यार. By the way, one secret confession I have to make. When I got married, okay, yes, somebody married me also. When I got married, it was the beginning of cell phones and all. So I had a priest who was conducting the Havan. He was conducting another marriage on the phone. So he kept on giving advanced instructions and my wife and I kept on doing these things and finally looked at us and said, not for you. I'm telling another couple sitting in New York, just like Anjuman is sitting in New York. Right? I decided to call him the phony priest. Pun intended. Right? So please, yeah, I know. So put that away, put your phone away, focus on this. Who composed Happy Birthday? So Happy Birthday was composed by 2 teachers. Okay, here's a nice example you can use in class. Happy Birthday was composed by 2 teachers. They were called the Hill Sisters. In the first 5 years of the 20th century, 1902-03, when these 2 teachers, I think Patty and Megan Hill, some names like that, the Hill Sisters, or Betty and Patty Hill, whatever. So they kept experimenting with different methods and, to deal with a classroom of 200 boys. So you all know that a classroom of 200 boys means that it will be very well behaved, disciplined and absolutely silent, meditating deeply and reflectively, focusing on that lovely place, looking to the right, looking to the left. That's not what 200 boys do, right? So they were coming up with different ways of keeping those 200 boys engaged. And they came up with good morning to you, good morning to you, good morning, now won't you sit down, you're all naughty boys, you're making so much noise. I'm making up the words, I don't know, I was not alive in 1902, but something like this, okay? And that song has become the most viral song in the planet, by the way, not Tauba Tauba. Please know that the most viral things on the planet, in the universe, are created by teachers. Just now I said learn to love yourself. If you don't even clap for yourself, then who's going to clap for you? Yeah, shame on you. Teachers. Kuch bhi. The big problem with teachers, no, I'll tell you, I'm also including myself in this. Somebody comes and compliments you saying, no, sir, it's all the support of the management. It is the... I can tell you this, no chat GPT will tell you, but every vote of thanks speech that a teacher gives for Teachers' Day awards, right, is always, I want to thank my management. Ma'am, without you, I am nobody. What I secretly want to say is, I am so thrilled that I got this award. No, you're not saying that. But that last line, but most of all, my children. It's true. It is the children who make us who we are. But the point is, please learn to love yourself. Yeah. So nobody needs to be coming and begging you to do this. Please learn it. It's a huge skill. Trust me when I say this. I was about to say trust me when I say this, children. But trust me when I say this, teachers. The amount of noise they're making, they might as well call them children. Hai na, Payal ma'am? Yeah. One of the big things is that when we grew up, I'm including me in all of us, nobody taught us how to love ourselves. I know this sounds like some cliched, I sound like some Gaurang Das ji. I'm not, right? I'm telling you seriously that we are so quick to assign blame to ourselves for things that go wrong that we don't take a moment to realize that sometimes it's not your fault. Right? How harsh we can be on ourselves. By the way, teachers are some of the most creative people on the planet. You have to manage home, you have to manage spouse, most of the cases. I see so many ladies here, definitely you're managing the spouse. Managing your own children, managing household ka problems, landlord, ye sab, managing Delhi traffic, then showing up at school, dealing with 6 or 7 periods of dealing with as many children as there are in your classrooms, having to be instantly creative, and then management. I have to say, Colonel and Samir, whenever I say management, everybody's sniggering. This is a different application we will do for CPD for November. Understanding management and working in school education. Professor Anil Srinivasan, 244 participants that will be there. And for reasons for personal safety, we'll do it as a virtual session. Okay, so I'm saying that you're such a creative person, every one of you in this audience, every one of you in this audience is such a creative person. Because ये सब होने के बाद, you still have to go home, still have to deal with your life, still have to do lots of different things. Unless you're creative, how are you going to survive? Right? So pat yourself on the back. Really. You deserve it, yeah? Including the one who's not doing it. If you see somebody who's not doing it, hit them on the back. Okay, so I'm coming back to music. Happy birthday. Look at this. Teachers have created this. I will show you a subtle thing that is happening. Okay, this is a very lovely exercise and I love doing this. Which song? Which song? Sorry? Zor se? People in the back don't know this song? Thank you! By the way, all I have to do is, this is magic, by the way, please notice this magic. I'm just going to play like half a line. This is the musical equivalent of just, instead of saying how are you, I'm just saying how, and people are automatically responding, right? So see how this is happening. That was one. Second one. Look at this. This is like doing ka and you're saying Kagana Ranaut. Hello? This is why it's happening. Okay? Trust me, if I said no, you're not going to say Newton's laws. 100%. But nobody's going to say Boolean algebra. What is happening is that neuroscientifically, right? What's happening is that a sentence, when I speak a sentence, it's activating some part of my brain, right? Assuming you've had coffee, you're alert, etc., right? And also who says it. All these things are very important. If your spouse is saying it, most of the time we are tuning out. If it's Arnab Goswami, we 100% tune out. The nation wants to know. Okay. What's happening is that when music, so the sentence being spoken, about 30 neurotransmitters are activated. Okay, average 25 to 35. The same sentence when it is sung, 3,35,000 neurotransmitters are activated. That is why this is happening, right? I can just, for example, fun exercise. If this was a song that was there during your youth or college days, put up your hand. Okay? I'll play the next song. If it was also part of your youth or college days, keep your hand up. Otherwise, you can bring it down. Okay? Ready? Brilliant. You know why? You know why? It's 45 years of span of music and people are putting up their hands for every single thing. 70s se leke 2024 tak. That means just see the age in this room. I still haven't paid Gen Z, my generation ka music. I'm Gen Z, as you can all tell. Without getting into the technicalities of this, by the way, you did not observe yourself, I was observing you because I'm here. You are all dancing. I love this. People are doing Kesariya. I didn't have to tell you when you were sitting up. I didn't have to tell you when you were smiling. I didn't have to tell you when you were moving. And I can tell you that at least for the 80% of this room who are not looking at their phones, okay, even then 20% is there, okay. 80% of this room which was not looking at their phones, for that 1 minute that I was playing those songs, you were unbelievably happy. So tell me this, if music is doing so much on neurocognition, right, it's occupying 3,35,000 neurotransmitters, it's making you happy, it's making you physically fitter, it's doing so many things to your dopamine, why are we not using it more in our classrooms, yeah? Hannah? I want to thank our management for allowing us to use music in the classroom. I'm saying, you don't have to keep singing songs, but 1 minute, you can play a favorite song, get each child to share a favorite song and the classroom will transform. What do you think? Hannah? Let's try it. Let's go to the next thing. Okay, so before I get into creative intelligence and just quick temperature pulse of the room, everybody's following everything so far? Making sense? Okay. Quick question. Let us try the rub and clap exercise again. Okay? Since we have people who just came in, 100% those two people are going to get it wrong. Okay? That's what I'm hoping for. Cell phones out. Don't use your cell phones. Don't hide behind management se mail aayi hai because management is also sitting here. CBSE circular, all of that doesn't matter right now. At this precise moment. That's a very naughty laugh. I don't think the laugh is about what I just said, but still it's a very, very, very naughty laugh. 6996, 6996. Okay. Rub your hands. Why? Hands apart. Okay, this time I'm going to do something fun to you. I'm going to call three numbers. All three numbers have to be prime numbers. Then you clap. I can see the maths teacher smiling. Yeah. The maths teachers are looking at everybody saying, this is why you need to be listening to us. Okay. I will tell you, if you're a maths teacher, you should be very nervous also, because everybody is now looking at you to copy the answer. Okay. Ready? Okay. First, okay, wait for all three. All three have to be prime. Okay? First one is 3. Wait, all three. Okay? First number is 3. Second number is 13. And the last number is 441. वो प्राइम नहीं है. Got it? Okay, now rub your hands again. Hands apart. I'll make it easy this time. 3 numbers. All 3 numbers have to be odd numbers. Especially in Delhi, odd numbers, even numbers are very important in life. Okay? You never know which car you have to take on which day. Yes, the nation follows these things. The nation wants to know. Okay. All right. Hands apart. Odd numbers. Okay. 3, 5, 69, 96 कर दूंगा आपको. 3, 5, 14. Definitely not maths teachers. Okay. 3, 5, 7. Very good. Won't this be a very interesting way to actually teach concepts in... This is also music, by the way. Clapping. Music doesn't have to be only kesariya. You don't have to do that. Okay? All of this is musical intelligence. All of this is creative intelligence. You have different ways to do it. You know, South mein, we do... Anybody here who is from Tamil Nadu? Put up your hands. Don't feel ashamed. I'm there with you. Okay. So there are about 7-8 people. Okay. We do this thing called kolam. You know what is kolam? This pulli kolam. We do rangoli outside our houses, and it's done with dots. It's not done the color way. It's done just with rice flour, right? And we do it with dots. When we were all little, they taught us that we do kolam because we have to feed the birds and the ants. I had a simple question. Birds and ants need to have such elaborate designs to come and eat the rice flour? You can't keep it in cup, they will not come and eat. Why? They are so... Are they Nita Mukesh Ambani that they need it to be in elaborate designs before they come and eat this? Put Aurangzeb ka diamond in the center. Nobody knew the answer until, you know, this answer came to me brilliantly from a scholar. Nearly 2,200 years ago, when the idea of a pulli kolam or the dot kolam was invented, the rationale, the justification given was this, that the most important person in every household is the lady of the house. 2,200 years, it has not changed. There is a little couplet in Tamil which goes on to say, if the lady of the house is missing, the household will come to a stop. If the man of the house is missing, it makes no difference whatsoever. 2,200 years ago, nothing has changed, right? And it goes on to say that the first thing that the lady of the house needs to do in the morning needs to be touching the earth. Why? Because the earth grounds you. 2, every dot is a checklist item of the number of tasks that she has to accomplish across the day, and the order in which she is going to accomplish these tasks is the column or the shape of her life. See, now that I've said it, the Tamilians are going, yeah. The thing is, this was art integration done 2,200 years ago. Why? There is structure, there is creativity, there is integration, there is genuflecting to the earth, respecting nature. And the poem goes on to say, so even today in Tamil, in spoken Tamil, the word for untidy is alankolam, which is the opposite. Kolam just means shape, it means tidiness. Okay? It just says that a tidy mind leads to a tidy life. So if I can tidy my mind in first thing in the morning, then your depression, mental health, all this is taken care of. Simple. The answers were all there right in front of our doorsteps. We did not need Michael Jackson from University of Manitoba to come and tell us what to do. It was all there. We need to, that's what I'm saying, you get deeper into art, get deeper into what you're doing. Music, I told you what it's doing to you physically, you can see. I'm giving you an exercise, you can try so many things that we can do in the classroom. So I'll go on to the next slide. Okay, no, this slide only. So my research at university, my life is going on, okay, if creativity and creative thinking is going to be how human beings can navigate the 6996, it's true. If machines are capable, machines right now are capable of writing essays, you know this. You can train a machine to write an essay in your style. You can train a machine to reply to emails in your style. You no longer are required. If that is the case, then what is the role of the student? What is the role of the teacher? I gave you lots of words in the beginning. Creative intelligence has become, or rather, creative intelligence is a term that was loosely coined some years ago, but I have laid claim to it. 10 years from now, you're going to read a newspaper article which says, Anil Srivasan, the inventor of creative intelligence. You better say, yes, I know. Okay? But this is the area of research that I work in, which is to say, how do we structure creativity? If Kolam is structuring creativity, how do I structure it? So creativity is not just about arts. It's not just about painting and singing and drawing and theater and all of those things. Right? That is one aspect of it. Creativity is a part of everybody's life. Right? What do we do? So artistic creativity is that part of creative intelligence which is dealing with how to deal with patterns. If I see certain things in patterns, how do I group them together? How do I make sense with them? How do I create something new with them? It doesn't necessarily mean how do I sing? Because patterns of frequencies become musical melody. Patterns of colors becomes a painting. Patterns of dialogue becomes drama, etc. So it's about patterns and pattern matching, right? The second part of creativity is collaborative, right? Since you all are teachers, you know what this posture while sitting and writing exam means. What does it mean? I'm sitting in a way that my neighbor can't copy from me. This is the way we were all taught. Beta, especially your additional sheets, keep it under your arm. Because person behind should not see you. Then we started innovating on how can they sit in such a way, in a diagonal zigzag way. Right? We will separate them so that they can't copy. We were answering the wrong question. It's totally okay to copy as long as you're copying for the right reasons. We are all copying something or the other. Remember one of these wonderful things. What is that? Howard Gardner multiple intelligence model. 7-8 years ago, every educational conference I went to, people are saying, I'm sure you know the Howard Gardner's multiple intelligences framework, including people who are not intelligent at all were telling me about this. You know, it's like in education, every year we come up with some buzzwords. Holistic progress report. Forget that. Everything is, so 2 years ago it was about holistic learning. Then, oh, I love this word, critical thinking. What is critical thinking? Thinking critically. What are you critically thinking about? That which needs to be thought about critically. And what do you do critically? Think. What is the 21st century learning model? Critical thinking, collaborative creativity, and the future of learning, especially using AI and tools. Everybody is saying this even if I poke them in their sleep. I don't know about art integration, but we definitely need love integration, yeah. Please integrate love. I'll tell you something, many of these words are being used for no reason, okay? Everything is critical thinking, yeah. You mean to say 10th standard May, when we woke up and realized that we had studied for the wrong exam, we were not thinking critically on what to do with it? Or for that matter, just at the time we go back home, we don't want to cook, we order Swiggy. Just at the time that we've ordered the Swiggy, the charge of the battery goes, and before we put it in the charger, the power goes. You're not thinking critically. Critical thinking is part of everything that we do. It's just that we need structure. For everything that is creative, we need structure. Collaborative creativity is the future of the way we're going forward, because now the world's models are beginning to say we need to do things in groups. I learn better if I work with people. I can't just be working with myself and doing this. Cognitive creativity. What does that mean? I need to be able to encourage alternative ways of thinking. These are Marie Curie was a cognitive creative. What does it mean? These were people who were capable of making leaps of thoughts, leaps of judgment. They could look at an existing chemistry experiment and dream up radioactivity. Einstein, you all remember Einstein? He had a funkier hairstyle than me, right? My favorite was in one of the schools, this was again Delhi, and I said, who was Einstein? Somebody put up their hands and said, he was a man. Definitely critical thinking, that's right. Einstein, apart from being the great physicist that he was, as you all know, was also a musician, right? He could play the violin. You can go on YouTube today and you give Einstein performance, it'll show up, okay? It's been recorded. Now Einstein, for 30 days before he published his famous theory of physics teachers, come on. Relativity is the theory of how to keep the relatives out of your house. What is it? So I'm not getting into the relativity this morning because I know it's too early in the morning for that. You need tea break. But theory of relativity was published on 6th of June 1905. Okay. For 1 month before the publication, Einstein apparently had dreams every day and kept a journal of his dreams. I want you to think about what I'm saying. Most of us forget our dreams. Right? We dream things, but we forget about only certain dreams we remember. I dream about food all the time. It's some problem, right? But Einstein kept a journal of his dreams. It's been published by MIT. And each dream was a dream about time. Right? In one dream, he says, what if time was circular? Which means that we'll all be committed to the same place, same time, doing the same thing again and again and again. Same place, same time, again and again and again. Same place, same time, again and again and again. Same place, same time, again and again and again. Same place, you get the point. Okay? In another dream, he says, what if time moves at different speeds for different people? So let's say that Samir Arora, because he has got so much to do, has 47 hours in a day. Payal ma'am, because she needs to look at you with this finger and say, all of you sit up, get 16 hours a day. Colonel Gopal gets 46 hours a day and Anil gets 24 hours a day. He has a dream like this where time moves in different speeds for different people. We age differently, right? It's not completely wrong, by the way. Some of us age faster. Some of us take stress a lot more, right? So each dream, the last dream that he has, which is around the 3rd or 4th of June, 1905, is a dream about a piano player, because he's a musician, playing exactly this. I'm going to play this for you. Observe my right hand. Okay, same tune played by the left hand. Very nice. Both hands can play very, very well together. If I play it together, nice, kuch nahi hai isme. But instead, imagine if the right hand were to start at one starting point, play at a certain speed, and the left hand starts at a slightly delayed starting point, but also plays at the same speed. Which means right hand goes first like a relay race. Right hand is going first, same tune, same speed. Thoda gap ke baad, left hand is playing same speed, same tune. Then how will it sound? That means right hand finished it first. Which means what? This part of the brain has to remember left hand, this part of the brain has to remember right hand, and I have to play both hands simultaneously, but playing into it's very, very complicated for a musician to play, right? All this was composed by this great composer called Johann Sebastian Bach. I'm going to teach you to say Bach. If the person in front of you feels liquid on their head, you're not pronouncing it right. But it has to sound like they're about to receive from you. Bach. Very good. Okay. Bach, 1685 to 1750, 17th century, composed 48 pieces which are called two-point counterpoints. And two-point counterpoints is actually the same tune played by two hands separately, but at the same speed. Whole pieces like this, not just one line. Okay. So Bach, Einstein has, by the way, for musicians, Einstein is known as the greatest scholar and catalogist of Bach's works. Okay. So most of us refer to Bach compositions by their Einstein numbers. He has catalogued all of it. If it's E238 or E234, that's the serial number in his catalog. That is how much of a music scholar he is, right? That man, so art integration again. If anybody says art integration, हाँ उसके लिए ना second Saturday third period रखे हैं art integration के लिए. नहीं यार, वो तो life है. It's not just one more checklist like holistic progress report card. Okay. क्या बोल रहा है ये बदतमीज? Okay. So, the last dream that Einstein has is a pianist playing two-point counterpoint, and he says, how brilliant that the same tune at the same velocity, same frequencies, just by changing reference points, create harmony relative to each other. And the next day, he publishes Theory of Relativity, dedicating it to Bach. What does it mean? That the greatest theory of science came from music. Think about it. See, there is a Tamil saying, I don't know how to say it in English, I'll try my best to translate it, which is, what you know fits into your palm, what you don't know is the whole universe, right? So much to learn. So cognitive creativity, both Einstein and Bach are example of cognitive creatives. We are all cognitive creatives at some point. Some of us are very good at problem solving. The people who put up your hands, those who enjoy doing puzzles, Sudoku, etc., these are people who are high on cognitive creative, right? People who enjoy doing jigsaw puzzles, right? People who love riddles, twisters, things like that. We are all cognitive creatives. Great pedagogical tool, give people problem solving challenges. Right? That is how you discover the next Einstein. The last one, I'm just classifying as design and innovation. These are our entrepreneurs. These are the kids who are able to immediately think in terms of creating a new venture to solve a world problem. So the combination of these things, artistic, collaborative, cognitive, design and innovation, is the definition of what is creativity in education. So we need lesson plans. Don't worry, I'm 100% sure I'm going to be called back again for another CPD session, 9 participants in Faridabad, I'm sure. Because I behaved so badly today that hereafter that people are not going to give me more than 9 participants. 9 participants might be including the driver who brought me here. Okay. We will talk about how to create those lesson plans because we won't have time for that in a keynote. But please internalize this. Very important for what's going to happen to education. Okay, can we go to the next slide? What's the time? I have exactly 5 minutes left. Okay. I'm going well, by the way. Anybody heard of the hole in the wall experiment? Right? I know the first row has. Samir, of course, you know this. Okay. So, for those who don't know, Professor Shugata Mitra, right, Professor of Computer Science, retired from University of Newcastle, one of the world's greatest computer scientists, came up with this very nice idea, and this was done in Delhi, right? Where he put a computer in a compound wall that separated a multinational from the slum, right? And everybody came and said, "Arey, people are going to steal that computer and sell it for the pots." Lajpat Nagar, malum hai na aapko? All this was happening, right? He said no, and he put this computer into a wall, and children taught themselves how to use Microsoft Word and Excel from the slum, right? One of the things that we are very scared of as adults is What will happen if I expose new technology and new ideas to the classroom? Then that makes me redundant. It does not. It accelerates learning, right? This is a great example of number one, artistic creativity. Why? Because this became a pattern of learning. Two, collaborative, because children work together and learned. Three, cognitive. This was breaking a beautiful thought pattern and answering a certain puzzle. And of course, design and innovation. What a great idea of creative intelligence. So I put it up there. These ideas, by the way, can come from your classrooms. Right? You could be engendering this next. I'll go to the last slide, I think. Yeah. So, one of the things we do in CRU, so CRU is project-based learning, and we do with universities bringing it to schools. Some of you have done it. We did an experiment on design the classroom of the future. So this was children coming fresh off the pandemic. We asked children to come up with ideas. How do you think your classrooms are going to change? I'm just putting up some simple ideas from this, what I thought was very interesting, and you could sometime today, when you do a breakout, it'll be very interesting if each group can come up with an interesting idea, okay? So the children are saying keep the classroom circular, because when it's circular, then there is no hierarchy. There are no rows and columns. Now you can say, but management is not going to allow us to demolish the building and do it in circle, na sir. You don't have to have circle, you can sit in a circle inside the room. No problem. See, there are creative people who already went to the side bench and sat off. 6996. Keep it in a circle and use the circle to display everything that we are creating in the classroom, because then we are in sight of everything all the time. Simple. No hierarchy, no front bench, last bench, no side bench, no 69, no 96. We are all equal 360 degrees. Simple. Similarly, of course, children also put things like OHP. Who even uses OHP anyway? Very cute. That's when we do hashtag oh. Okay. Next slide. Yeah, they said, many of us don't want to perform in school day. By the way, this is a very controversial topic. 100% I'm never getting called back again. What is this thing called school day when we parade like 5,000 people on stage? Equally what is interesting about that parade is the rows of parents will come and stand there to take photo. And the people in the first 3 rows going, sir, I can't see, please move away, hatona. I don't even understand what that is. This mela, right? You know what the children are saying? Sir, we don't want to perform for the whole school and parents are irritating us. We just want to perform for our friends. Because last week, Rohan, he played a beautiful tune. This week, I want to sing a song. That's all. Performance is also performing for friends. You don't always have to be performing for 6,000 people, take photo, put it in your book, read it in annual report, blah, 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 blah. Let me say something in this which might sweeten the deal for management. It's much cheaper. And also that sound vendor now who's coming from Gurgaon with those speakers that don't function very well. Khatam. Brilliant idea. Keep a keyboard in a classroom, keep an instrument. It's simple ideas like this. Next slide, right? This came from a group of students from your school. Okay? I was struck dumb by this particular entry. It was designed, I think, Samir from your branch, I think. Okay? 9th standard girls. They came up with a future design. They've used CAD CAM and all that. I was like completely floored by the fact that students have taken that much interest to go and use technology on their own, which we haven't even taught them, right? Simple idea. Look at the left-hand side. They're saying we need to sit collaboratively, not in rows and columns. You keep on saying collaborative, why can't we sit like this? Second, if you notice in the top left, the teacher's desk, you can't even see it, somewhere in the corner. So I wrote back to these children. I said, why you don't want the teacher? They said, no sir, teacher should be facilitating. Why? The teacher doesn't have to be sitting in every desk all the time. Children are already thinking like this, yeah. Okay. Put a sick bed in the classroom itself so that when you're feeling sick, we don't have to be sent to the sanatorium or the sick room. We can be there. Of course, I had problems with this. Because I said, don't put a bed in a classroom and all that. But I thought it's a nice idea. The same group of girls has come up with this thing of saying, behind that partition, can we have menstrual pad changing? Just put a wash basin and we should be able to change menstrual pads right then and there. They are not afraid to talk about it. We were all very afraid to talk about all these things. Right? I just find children fascinating. I was floored by this, one of the top projects, right, across the platform. Go to the next slide. Put a map of the world so that every time in any subject we are learning something from a country. So I'm learning about Bach, I will put a post-it against Germany. I'm learning something today about Newton, I will put something against England. I'm learning something about Lajpat Nagar and hole in the wall, I will put it against India and England. I will just keep posting so that when I see the map of the world, it becomes the map of my mind. Art integration, yes. This is also art integration. Art integration doesn't mean we take paper mache and make all these horrible models just to display them for one day, take photo and say, sir, art integration pura kiya hai, sir. Ghar jaun? It's every day. Next slide. Yeah, these are children in a slum in Chennai. We gave them build a foldable house because it has to solve for the affordable housing crisis. It was a project we did with IIT Madras. And the professor of civil engineering said, look, I'm not going to teach you civil engineering. I'm going to ask you to build a foldable house. What is a foldable house? A foldable house is a prefabricated house with electricals, with plumbing, with joineries, with fittings. It's not a doll's house. You have to build it to a certain proportion such that when you move, you can fold the house and take it with you. Carbon footprint ka solution, at the same time, affordable housing crisis is solved. Brilliant idea. Children in slums did models. One of their models has now been picked by Chennai Corporation and they're going to implement it as prefabricated houses. Okay, we've got all kinds of other examples. This is just shapeless self-promotion. You can skip. Right, I want to leave you with this image. Okay, everything that you do, everything that we are discussing, if it is not going to help this child, teachers, ladies, gentlemen, we are wasting our time. The Shiv Nadar children may be children coming from a different social fabric, but if we are not, if this child is still in existence in the world and this child is in existence not far from where we are sitting, what then are we doing? Right? So on that note, can we all rub our hands together for the last time? Hands apart. I'm going to count to 3. This time everybody remember. 1, 2, and 3. A group that claps together will stay together, and a group that stays together will change the world. मजा आया? बहुत? That's very naughty. Shall we sing something together? Yes. Payal ma'am, I just love you. What? No, seriously, how much enthusiasm she's been having from the morning. I told her as soon as I came in, I'm so glad I have an ally in the first row, right? I think little bit of battamisi to chahiye. Otherwise, you won't learn anything, right? Don't be afraid, teachers, okay? I want to do this exercise before we sing. It's an important exercise for me. I'm going to play something for 30 seconds, and I want you to close your eyes when I play it. And I want you to think, when you close your eyes, I want you to imagine or think back to your favorite teacher. Okay? Take some time to compose yourself. Right? The moment I start playing, close your eyes and spend that 30 seconds with your favorite teacher. Okay? That person may be dead, may be alive, maybe somebody you're in touch with, maybe yourself. Okay? But think back to your favorite teacher. Ready? Okay, I'm going to start playing. And open your eyes. Beautiful. The most beautiful thing about music is that it can recreate the past like that, right? I know many of you are even tearing up thinking of your favorite teacher. That's all it takes. Shall I tell you what? I'm going to leave you with a very powerful gift. 20 years from now, when someone like me does the same experiment and people close their eyes, I wish for you that the person they imagine is you. Everything that I've spoken today is about creativity, is about integrating art, all of those things. But I think what is more important, please learn to love yourself. Please learn to care for yourself. Very important. Self-care is the best care. And third, don't be afraid. Keep learning, keep learning, keep living, keep laughing, keep loving. Thank you very much. Want me to thank you are here to thank me? On behalf of Shiv Nadar Schools, we would love to thank Dr. Anil Srinivasan for his wonderful keynote today. Ma'am just came up saying what a difficult task is to thank you, so I said I'll do it myself. Sir, really, you really opened and closed our eyes today. So on behalf of Shiv Nadar Schools, I request, who's going to come and give me memento? Oh, no memento. Oh, you do it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Srinivasan. Thank you for doing my job. Not opening and closing our eyes, but closing and opening them. The profound thoughts and the profound truths really that have struck us today with such wonderful chords that have touched our hearts. We are going to carry them back with us. And I think for many more months to come, till you come back to us the next time, we will, yes, sure. We will hold it and we will surely think of it all the time. And as days go by, I'm sure more truths will emerge from the message that you have shared with us. Thank you so much. I would like to invite Colonel Gopal Karunakaran and Mrs. Anju Soni, the principal of Noida School and our CEO. You've met them. They would like to felicitate you on behalf of the Shiv Nadar School community.
Dr. Anil has already done the thank you speech to himself. But I must just say that I've been in the school for about 14 years. We've had some amazing speakers, but you truly have been the best we've ever had. So, I'll just have a word with the teachers, educators today, that through the hustle bustle of the rest of the day, going into these sessions and going back to what Dr. Anil talked about, back to home, looking after all the people, do spend time today on reflecting on what you picked up, put it down into a little journal, and do write to me too. I wanted to share a few, but I'll just leave you with only one. There are, I think, about 25, 30 that I picked up. But anyone, let's crowdsource. What's that one big thing that you picked up from being an educator? Love yourself?
You have enough love to pour it out.
You have to be a stand-up comic to be a good teacher. And all science and music are so connected, but there are so many. Please do spend time, write and reflect, and do send me too. Thank you so much.
There's a book.
There's a book. Management.
I don't know how you're going to carry this back, but this is made by
We
our
can get it
students.
sent to Chennai. Yeah, it'll get
Made
it.
by our students.
Clap. So you have to hold this. Yes. Thank you.
Please come.
No.
So yes, I think if you can send it.
We'll
We'll send it.
come up. This is not being afraid.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so, so much. It's just been wonderful.
Well done, bacha. I think that's made our day. Can we all go back now?
That's a good way of.
As Payal ma'am just said, we've got the message of the day, but there's a lot more waiting for us. Before we break out, I'd like to invite Ms. Anju Soni to address the gathering and to talk about CENTA.
I know you need some time. You want to use this? I think this is a better one. Or
Hello?
I think.
What happened? Why is everyone walking out? I'm giving no lecture. Just needed time to find my speech. I didn't expect a walkout on that. Huh? Once again, good morning, Shiv Nadar School. How's the Josh? Doesn't sound like it. How's the Josh? Great. So, what a morning it has been, isn't it? And I think I am very grateful, with lots of gratitude, delighted to share that I've been given this task of talk about our exceptional CENTA toppers. And we are gathered here today not just to learn from each other, but also to celebrate each other. In a world where knowledge is the foundation of progress, it is you, the teachers, who lay the groundwork for future generations. And today we honor those who have gone above and beyond, who have not only embraced their roles, but have excelled in them, inspiring countless students and peers along the way. And anyone who knows about us knows how serious we are about CENTA and teacher professional development. We participate in the Teacher Professional Olympiad by CENTA each year. This year, we had 341 teachers from across 3 campuses participating in the TPO, out of whom 296, which is a whooping 86.8%. Yeah, claps, calls for claps. Qualified for the final round, and out of this, 79 educators were in the top 500 overall. Out of those, 25 were in the top 100, 42 were a part of the top 10 in the learning domain, 7 were subject toppers, and 4 of the overall top 5 and 6 of the overall top 10, as well as the topper of the TPO overall, are all from Shiv Nadar School. I'm surprised you guys didn't guess it already. Well, there's a lot to cheer for today. We've had an invigorating session, musical session in the morning. And what's more, the 3 NCR campuses of Shiv Nadar School are now AAA rated by CENTA. And that's because of each one of you in this room. And those who are not in the room and are still a part of us as they view the live streaming. Did you know that Colonel Gopal Karunakaran was a distinguished panelist at the CENTA Global Teachers Meet held recently? And during the session, which was on the future of teaching, he shared some very valuable insights on how can schools attract, develop, and retain great teachers. I don't know how many of you in this room know that Colonel Gopal is also a CENTA topper from the year 2019. How many knew it? Can I see a show of hands? Well, this brings us a lot of validation in terms of how we are doing. But for us, as lifelong learners, CENTA gives us the opportunity to look at our own professional development needs and helps us to seek bespoke training programs that serve our requirement. And today, I am honored to be here as we celebrate our toppers and recognize that there are always many more of us waiting in the wings, energized by the possibility of learning more and doing better. And now, may I invite Colonel Gopal, CEO, Shiv Nadar School, and Sameer Arora, Vice Principal, Gurgaon, and the host and the ghost for today, on stage to award our CENTA toppers. Gopal, sir? I don't know where Sameer is. Yeah, okay. One of those who sit on the side, making sure they can check their phone while they're pretending to listen.
May I also request Ms. Payal to join us on the stage, please, with us? We won't leave you with Anil alone and have all the fun.
We begin with felicitating our national topper, Anushka Saxena, Faridabad campus. She not only ranks top in her subject, but she's topping the country, guys. She needs much more applause. Come on. She's an inspiration to all of us and to many like us. Next, we have Deepa from the Gurgaon campus. National rank 3. I wonder who took away the second rank from us. Or did we get it? Vishali Khurana, next, from Faridabad campus. National rank 5 for Vishali. Monica Rishi, Faridabad campus. National rank 7. Akanksha Grover, Faridabad campus. National rank 10. Rupali Khattar, Gurgaon campus, national rank 13. Okay. So Rupali is on leave today. Okay, she's on maternity leave, and
How many new teachers here last 1 year? Yeah, I just want you to know that center doesn't run this examination only for Shiv Nadar School. Just in case you get this wrong impression, right? I don't know if you know how many teachers take the center test, how many countries they are in, but this is, in the middle of this, I just thought I'll just tell you, this is incredible. Your commitment to learning, and it's not just remembering facts. It's an incredible test. I've taken it twice, but just keep going for it. It's getting better. It's like what Dr. Anil said, it helps you to love yourself. I took a break.
that's okay, thank you. Next we have Japna Bansal, but she's also on leave, maternity leave, I guess. I'm not sure about that. Gurgaon, you can correct me. Okay. We move on to congratulate Shruti Bhatia, Gurgaon campus. Deepika Sharma, Gurgaon campus, national rank 32. Tanni Diwan, Faridabad campus, national rank 37. Oh, so Deepika has taken center 5 times already, I guess. Mukta Gautam Pandit from Gurgaon campus, national rank 41. Krati Arora, Gurgaon, national rank 42. Garima Sharma, Faridabad campus, national rank 44. Manjima Chatterjee, subject rank 2 for the track school leaders rank. Oh yeah, Noida campus. How could I forget that? Smriti Sabharwal, Gurgaon campus, subject rank 10 from the school leader track. You can keep creating music as we learned today morning. Nitish Kumar, Gurgaon campus, subject rank 4. Nimesh Kumar, Gurgaon campus, subject rank 8. Abhishek Podar, Noida campus, subject rank 10. Abhishek is not here. He's on. Is Abhishek not here? He's on leave, I guess. Natasha Goel, Faridabad campus, subject rank 5. Maria Zaid, Faridabad campus, subject rank 7. Prakriti Sinha, Faridabad campus, subject rank 8. Ashita Dayal, Gurgaon campus, subject rank 6. Nidhi Sadhwani, subject rank 4, Noida campus. She's on leave today. Ruchika Batra, Faridabad campus, and now Noida campus, subject rank 7. Richa Srivastav, Faridabad rank, Faridabad campus, subject rank 9. Diksha Dhamija, Faridabad campus, subject rank 7. Vishali Sukhija, Faridabad campus. Okay, is this some sign? Subject rank 9. Next. Kalpana Vijayandas, Gurgaon campus, subject rank 4. Tabassum, Faridabad campus, subject rank 10. Kanchan Bhagwat, Gurgaon campus, subject rank 4. Bonnie Dar, Faridabad campus, subject rank 6. Is Bonnie, okay, run, 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 fire on the mountain. Mannat Arora, Gurgaon campus, subject rank 9. That's Bonnie. Himani Shukla, Faridabad campus, subject rank 10. Pooja Karakoti, Pooja Karakoti, Noida campus, subject rank 3. Amit Pandey, Noida campus, subject rank 8. Neha Kohli, Gurgaon campus, subject rank 1. Deepika Joshi, Deepika Joshi, Noida campus, subject rank 9. Sakshi, Faridabad campus, Sakshi Ganotra, Faridabad campus, subject rank 6. Megha Bora, Faridabad campus, subject rank 8. NL Prasanna, Faridabad campus, subject rank 1. Dipali Srivastav, Noida campus, Dipali Srivastav, Noida campus, subject rank 5. Congratulations to all the award winners this year, and we look forward to many more of you here next year. Before I request you to, I just want to share one thing. May I, Gopal sir? Sonali Nirwal from the Noida campus, who recently moved on to Mumbai, is also a center topper, rank 4. So let us applaud for her in absentia. Thank you, Gopal sir. Thank you, Samir sir. Vadera, hai na? Okay. And with that, I'll hand you over to Vandana. Thank you, Shiv Nadar School.
It's really unnerving to be standing here across, right in front of 800 plus educators. Yes. So once again, congratulations to the center toppers. And I would like to extend my gratitude to Colonel Gopal and Samir sir for their inspiring presence and for celebrating the achievements of our toppers. Special thanks to Anju ma'am for calling out the names of the toppers with so much enthusiasm. Thank you, ma'am. Where are you? Yeah. So, I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the senior leadership team for their valuable presence and support. A big thank you to Dr. Anil Srinivasan for incredible session from building humanity to bringing creative intelligence in the classrooms. You all, as educators, are doing a fabulous job. So do love yourself and applaud for yourself. It is said that learning never drains the mind. The process of skill acquisition is not exhausting, but rather stimulating and rejuvenating. With this thought, we now move forward to immerse ourselves in learning experiences. I will now briefly take you through the flow of the day. Apart from 24 My Choice, My Voice sessions, which are led by the art teams across 3 campuses, we have 2 exciting sessions by Ms. Simmi Shrivastava on techniques of storytelling and Ms. Sai Bhavya Prabhu on authentic assessments. The sessions begin at 11:45 a.m. and will continue till 1:30 p.m. We have staggered lunch from 1:45 p.m. The lunch is staggered and longer than usual, so that you can connect and catch up with your counterparts from the other 2 campuses. And the dispersal for all is at 3 p.m. Thank you. Have a great day ahead and happy learning. Thank you. Labs. One is that please do grab a cup of coffee, cookies to keep yourself energized. And all the venue list has been put up at the entry points to senior block, and most of the sessions are in senior and middle and junior blocks, 1st, 2nd and 3rd floor. So you will find the list outside every entry point. Thank you.